Yo, we are live. You know what it is. Sweat the bet. What's up, Marcus?
Yo, what's up, Troy? What's up, my dudes?
Bro, we are out here. Bro, it's been another crazy week in the NFL for sure.
Crazy like always, man. Ready to get this week 3 started. No hits on week 2, so hopefully we got some better luck on this upcoming week.
Bro, in our fucking Pick'em League, it looked fucking crazy.
What was that?
I said in our Pick'em League, it looked crazy.
Oh, the whole sheet was red.
Bro, the whole sheet was red. There was, shout out to Tammy, but I think that was like a luck. That was definitely a luck play.
That was definitely luck, and not only that, her points were exactly on the money. The other two person was 2 points away. In any other pool, they would have won.
No way.
Yeah, they were the same amount of losses, but they were 2 points away, and she had it right on the dot with 43 points.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy. So those points are crucial. You got to make sure you're kind of thinking when you do that. That
Bro,
tiebreaker,
for sure.
especially with that many people in a pool, usually does into that.
Bro, it comes down to it. It ultimately does, bro. Well, that was crazy. There's some other crazy shit. Like, let me introduce us. It's that dude Marcus. You already know who I am. We're out here. Sweat the bet on the DSPN. Ready to get into another one. You said you didn't really have too many hits last week.
No, I didn't have any. I went 0 for last week. I had some close ones. A couple of one leg away here and there, touchdown parlays, but yeah, no hits last week. My baddest beat was on a 4 leg. I missed it by one by Jamar.
On what? On which one? On a
It
4 leg?
A 4-legger, yeah, with all them scoring. So he had a Kamara, Connor, Harrison Jr. They all hit, and Jamar.
Bro, my homie did a dumb one today with a parlay on 3. He picked 3 Champions League games to not have us to be ties, and he had 2 of them.
You talking about soccer?
Yeah, he was like, "Bro, I'm just gonna do it because it was like 3 games for $12. Got it was like $9.50 or something like that."
Oh, that's a sick go.
And I was like, "Yeah, I'm down, bro." And it was like he just picked 3 games to draw in the Champions League, and I was like, "That's crazy." And it didn't. He missed it by 1. We missed it by 1, but still, I was like, it was a bad beat because it was like we had 2 early. I was like, "Oh, those 2 happened." They have red zone for Champions League.
That's crazy. I didn't even know that they were on right now. What is it, like the regular season or they're in playoffs?
It just started today.
Oh, gotcha.
And it was like I guess every Tuesday and Wednesday they have like on the Paramount. This isn't an ad for Paramount. I just didn't know nothing about it before this. And they do like they have the first thing you can watch is like Red Zone for all the soccer games, and he had them all up. I was like, oh shit.
That's pretty cool, yeah. It's hard to get into any other sport right now when football's on. I'm super locked into football, so it's hard for me to watch anything else right now.
Oh, bro, this is a big call. Hold on. Just tell my boy. Boom. Yeah, football's priority, but I was like, yeah, fuck it, let's go, let's see what's up. You had that one bad beat with Jamar Chase, you said.
Yeah,
right? That was your only bad beat?
Yeah, I had a couple other ones. I've been doing not football, but in the middle of the games, like the middle of obviously Thursday until Sunday or whatever. I've been doing some baseball ones. And,
how those been going?
We're talking about bad beats. I've been missing them by 1 leg with Shohei. So every person I mix with Shohei, the other person doesn't hit the home run. So whether I mix with Korver, Alonso, whoever I mix them up with, he hits his whenever I decide to do it, and the other person always misses his. So,
dude, like, that's rough. Like, Shohei's doing his thing, but the other dude's not.
Yeah, the other dude's not completing the parlay. So I would say those would be my other bad beats that I've had the last couple of days.
Baseball's been getting you more than anything, huh?
Yeah, because baseball is a lot harder, I feel. So on the days again that there's no football, like on a Tuesday, on a Wednesday, on a Friday, Saturday, I usually like to place one or two baseball ones.
Dude, and we got hockey coming back and basketball coming back. It's about to get crazy over here. It's what the bet.
Yep, got tickets for the opening night for Firebirds already.
I haven't got my Firebirds tickets, but I was looking at my Lakers tickets.
Oh, you got those already.
Yeah, did you get your Lakers tickets yet?
I'm not gonna go just because I know the main stars are not gonna be playing, or if they are, it's gonna be very short.
Bro, I just want okay, I agree with you, but last year they played like a quarter, and like I think one of the sickest things was seeing KD. Like I'd never seen KD before, and it didn't even register till he was there, and I was like, bro, I'm finally getting to see KD. Wait, what?
I remember you telling me how big he was, how tall he is. It's insane.
Yeah, I was like, bro, like that fool's a hooper, and like I think that was like one of the craziest like experiences I had to be like at home in a small arena like that close. And I went to 2 Lakers games at Staples last year, and that I was definitely like, man, if I could have gone to them all at Acrisure, it was a better experience. Not better experience from like ambiance overall, but it was just like that's like a bottom bowl ticket at Staples, or at Crypto. So it's like it was fire. But I want to see even
closer for the money that they're spending,
bro, for sure, for a fraction, and I want to see even if it's for 2 minutes, bro. I want to see Bronny and Braun on the court. Like,
Bronny will definitely be on the court. I just don't know if Braun's gonna.
Braun's got to, bro. First preseason game, Braun. Oh, I gotta suit up for this.
We'll see. I hope for the Valley. I really hope that would be awesome for everybody to see him for a couple minutes. That would be cool.
So I think I'm gonna pick the. Well, while I am sad, it's not gonna. I know maybe if they do play. We're getting 0 minutes from Anthony Edwards. We're getting 0 minutes. We might get 5 minutes from Big Cat. We might see. But for real, just to see Braun and Bronny for 2 minutes, I think it's
worth it.
Is worth it.
Yeah, I hear you.
It's gonna be because if that happens, that's historical. Like that was the first time that Braun and son and dad ever played on the court together in the NBA. And it was here in Palm Springs. That's crazy.
Yeah, no, that would be dope to be in the building when that happens.
Bro, that's gonna be sick. Yeah, no, I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to Firebirds big time. Go Birds.
Yes, sir.
Let's do it. Let's get into a good week of picks this week. We're 6-5 each right now. We're both. Me and you are both 6-5 each this season.
For our picks, for the first 2 weeks, we're 6-5. So we need to get some wins this week for sure.
But I feel like traditionally week 3 is usually 3, 4, 5 is usually where like I kind of pick up a little bit.
Yeah, I still feel like this week will still be kind of flip flop. But yeah, you're right. Like we were talking, I believe last episode, it gets as the season goes on, it gets a little more predictable for sure.
It definitely does. It gets like less volatile. It might get more volatile, but at least you know who you're picking. You don't know who you're picking. If you picked, there's no reason you would have picked Baltimore to be 0-2.
Right. And when it gets down to a certain point, there's teams that are not even playing. They're tanking for playoff seat, for draft picks. So that's when you're going to stay away from certain teams as well. And they're not even trying to win. For
sure. And it's already looking like some of those teams are already in that vibe. That's for sure. That's for sure. So I think our first game on Thursday is New England at the Jets. Jets, Jets.
Jets. Don't fall off your seat with that game, right?
Right. That's you don't know what's gonna happen, but I picked New England.
You picked New England?
I picked New England.
I went Jets on that one.
We're head to head in one of our picks.
But I picked honestly, I think New England's playing good this year. I picked the Jets because they're at home. That was my deciding factor.
I haven't seen it look like the Jets were really like commanding anything. Not enough from what I've seen from New England, where I've been like, oh, they kind of at least they get it. So I'm rocking. Yeah. I'm rocking with them. You've got Ramondre Stevenson and Bryce Hall as your anytime scores.
Yeah, both running backs starting running backs from each team. I got both of them scoring.
I like both of those because they're two run-heavy teams.
Ramondre gets the ball a lot because they don't have a lot of good guys on their team. So he gets the ball a lot, especially if they're down in the red zone.
he gets the ball a lot and he gets big chunks, so it's not for him to get like from the 10 to like break it off and be like bong bong. Oh, 9, oh touchdown. You know.
Yeah, and then Brees Hall, he's considered probably
Electric.
top 3, top 5 running back right now. So he should get into it.
I would say him and also maybe Sauce Gardner.
With the pick,
Yeah. We get one interception. Anytime score, because he gets like weird plays where he ends up. Or wait, who's their other receiver?
I would have to check it out, but
They have another receiver that gets looks sometimes, but bro, sometimes Sauce Gardner gets a punt return. They put him in at weird times. Like he's like electric. I would say them. That's gonna be a good game, hopefully. Then we got, I think next now.
I think it'll
bear
be
with me.
a close game. I think it's going to come down to like a field goal or a one possession. You know?
Yeah, I'm glad we don't have to pick the points on that one. It's
Yeah,
going to
for
be a
real.
good game coming down to the wire for sure. Then we got Philly at New Orleans. Who you got in that one?
I got Philly at that one.
I think I took New Orleans.
That's not a bad pick. They have scored the most points in the first 2 weeks of the season.
I took New Orleans, and here's why. I took New Orleans because I don't think that. I mean, we're gonna get into some of these other games, but there's other teams right now that are 2-0. You know, and some of these teams they're not gonna stay 2-0.
Right.
But I think that New Orleans. So I had to think of all the 2-0 teams who was least likely of what I saw the last 2 weeks. And I'd have to say, I don't see New Orleans being the one that falls off this week. Philly's good, but they're not unbeatable. And we'll find out if New Orleans is who they say they are, you know?
Yeah, if they're for real. They got their home crowd too.
Yeah, they got that home stadium, a hard place to win, and Philly could be rattled. And the way people talk about Philly is like, is there trouble in Philly? So, you know, and I know you'd love that to get even if the Saints could come in and beat 2 teams in your division.
That's why I have them winning, because I feel like for us and them, it's both a must win because we're playing for the division. So you got to start winning. You can't be dropping these games. That's why I have Philly in this game. I feel like it's a must win for them. Not a must win, but to get in that right direction. You know what I mean? Get them going.
I don't know if they can. It might be a must win for them, but I don't know if they can.
So you did pick New Orleans on that one, you said, or did you do Philly as well?
I took New Orleans.
Okay.
I took New Orleans in that one. I do agree with Jamal Williams or Saquon Barkley.
Yeah, I went 2 running backs just like that first game, that Thursday night game we talked about. I went, like you said, Jamal Williams and then Saquon. Saquon didn't get in last week. And then Kamara scored, remember, all those touchdowns against the Cowboys. So I'm thinking that they give a couple touches.
He might be a little burnt.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like they give some touches down in the red zone to Jamal, and I think that's where Jamal gets in.
I think Jamal kind of they haven't really featured him as much. You know, he didn't really get as many carries.
They
But,
have Kamara. Look how he's playing. It's hard to take Kamara out or not give him the ball when he's scoring like that. It's like automatic touchdown. That's how it was last week for him.
Then who do we got? You have I would maybe say not crazy. Horn Jr.
Oh, okay.
I would say maybe him too, you know, from New Orleans. He's, you know.
I haven't seen too much of him, but I got you.
I take Derek Carr passing touchdown too.
What was that?
I'd take Derek Carr passing touchdown too.
They have him at 1 or like 1.5, like the 2.
I think they had him at 1.
It's crazy.
I think I saw some places at 1, some places at 1.5. So obviously someone knows something, you know.
Yeah.
From there back, like we were just saying, your division also super important. In your division is Baltimore. You guys got them at home.
Yeah, I didn't want to be a homer. I wanted to try to pick a different game. I literally had picked all the other games for what we're going to talk about tonight. I left that slot blank, and I kept on trying to think of something different than Dallas, and there was not a better matchup. And obviously, everybody knows Baltimore needs to win. They're 0-2.
I think equally there is going to be equal. I think equally as big a game in that time slot is going to be San Diego or LA Chargers at Pittsburgh.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of people tune into that.
That's a huge game.
It's a lot of I hear that.
Because they're both 2-0. One of them got to go. One of them's got to go, and both Harbaughs are back how it used to be. Jim at the Niners, John figuring it out over here, and now he had his run. Now Jim's back, and he's like, "Hey, I need that juice."
We didn't pick that game. We're not gonna like on pay. We didn't go over it, but who did you have in that one?
I had the Chargers.
Chargers. I think I got Pittsburgh. So
we're head to head again. Let me look.
Interesting. But I don't. Again, how we're saying Baltimore.
Oh, I'm sorry. I picked Pittsburgh. I have Pittsburgh. Okay. I do I was like, I hope I didn't pick the Chargers because I believe in Mike Tomlin. I think at some point the Chargers got to let Jim down, not Jim letting the team down. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha. I think we were talking about how Baltimore's 0-2. I think this is kind of, again, how we're talking about not exactly a must-win, but a very, very important game for them. So I wouldn't be surprised at all if they beat us. There's no way.
Back to this game, like you said, back to front, because we didn't put that one down on the list. But in this one, I agree with, I have Baltimore.
I did pick Dallas because obviously I'm a Cowboys fan. And
you're always gonna pick Dallas, fool.
Yeah, I'm always gonna pick Dallas, but also we don't lose at home. I hope I say the right number. I think we had won 17 games in a row at home before last week. That's a lot.
What do you think about what Jerry said today about hey, I'd rather take these losses now than in the playoffs?
I agree with that, but honestly, everybody knows Jerry's not the best with words, so I kind of try not to pay attention to too much that he says.
You just be listening to whatever Steven's saying?
Yeah, or Micah podcast.
That's hilarious.
But no, again, of course I'm going to go with us, and then again, I don't see us losing 2 weeks in a row in our stadium, so I'm going to pick us. But again, I wouldn't be surprised if Baltimore somehow figures out a way with a Tucker field goal to win it or something.
Well, I hope you're right. You have Derrick Henry and CeeDee Lamb.
Yeah, CeeDee's only scored. I mean, it's only a couple weeks, but he's only scored one touchdown. I see him scoring another one this week, and then Derrick Henry's it's crazy for how old he is. He's still a monster, and I feel like he'll get in months, if not twice.
For sure. I feel like maybe Zay Ross is a safe bet too, and honestly, Micah does a lot to fuck up their run plans. So I think they're gonna have to pass, and that's also Micah does a lot to be in the backfield when you're trying to pass. So, right. I think it's problematic either way. But I agree. Derrick Henry, CeeDee Lamb, maybe even Zeke again, honestly.
Zeke, yeah, we're talking how good he looks. He looks fast, man. He looks good.
He looked good even last week. Even in the loss, he looked great.
Yeah, he definitely wasn't the reason why we lost. It was our defense. We gave up over 40 points, so you're not going to win a game.
But it's who'd you give it up to,
Yeah, that's a good team, but, I mean, still, you shouldn't expect to win a game if you're giving up over 30, 40 points. That's insane.
Bro, then we get to the afternoon. We're going to have to see what happens in that one because that's going to be a tricky one. Yeah. Then we get to we'll have to see how we did through the witching hour, and then we get to the Jacksonville Buffalo game.
That's the Monday night.
That's Monday night? Okay, wait, what's the next game? KC at Atlanta?
Is KC at Atlanta.
KC at Atlanta, and we got Tyler Algier and Sky Moore, right?
Correct, yeah.
Cool, I got my shit out of order, so I'm just going to help me out.
You're all good. Yeah, I was going to say earlier, because we kind of went with the guys earlier who we mentioned, that honestly, if you pick those two guys, it's not going to pay out too much because those guys are expected to score, all the guys we were talking about right now.
Yeah.
This one is a little bit different. Tyler Algier and Sky Moore is going to pay out.
Yeah, true.
You guys
True,
score, so
you're right.
a little different these last couple games.
I'd be mixing them up. Like I'll be taking the same game as one thing. I'd be taking them like one. Like I take Derrick Henry and Tyler Algier, or I'd be mixing them up from all these.
Yeah,
Like
I definitely have those. These are just more for the show because it's a little easier to go with the same games. Makes a little more sense to talk about the games, but for sure, me and you both have our other ones where we mix them up with different guys from different games for sure.
For sure. So now we got Algier and Sky Moore. I got Kansas City, man. I ain't picking against Kansas City till they lose.
Atlanta looks great right now, and I'm like you said, I'm not picking against Patrick Mahomes.
If they were playing anybody else this week, I'm rolling with the Birds.
Honestly, if KC lost this week, I don't know. I got to look at the schedule, see who they play next week. But if KC loses this week, I still don't think I pick against them. It's hard, bro, to bet against Patrick. He's the best right now.
He's like coming in to spank everybody.
Kermit the Frog don't play around.
0 games. 0 games, bro. Bro, that's a crazy one. Like that, the game's gonna be good, and I think it's gonna be fair because it's at Atlanta, but it's gonna be on turf, and the Chiefs might carve them up.
Right. I hope it's good because we're not gonna have anything else to change it to. That's the night.
That's the rough part. That's how I felt in the Bears game. I mean, that did turn into a good game.
Yeah, that was a good game, but yeah, it's just not scary because you're still grateful for there being a game, but it just sucks when you're just so excited and then by the second quarter you're like almost don't even want to watch it because it's not a game.
Right.
But yeah, hopefully we get a good one. So we both got Casey in that one, you said, right?
We both got KC, and we both got Algier and Sky Moore. We're both rocking that. Then we get to the next one's Washington at Cincy.
The Monday was the other one that you had.
Jacksonville at
both
Buffalo.
Monday night, but I think Jacksonville, Buffalo, I think they start like an hour earlier or something like that.
Yeah, like one's on ABC, one's on ESPN.
Yeah, they're both on different channels, but the other one will start again like 45 to an hour earlier.
You got Duvernay and Cook in that one.
Yeah, man. I used to pick Duvernay every single week a couple years ago when he was that dude, and last year he had an off year, so I didn't even know what team he was on, to be honest with you. And I was looking at the guys, and I saw his name, like, let's see. Again, that's gonna pay out right there. Having Devin Duvernay to score is gonna pay out. So that's what the other guy's not gonna pay out too much, but again, with pairing them, it's gonna be good. So that's what I went Duvernay, and then I went James Cook, Delvin's little brother.
Bro, that's
nice.
Oh, he's nice. He's nice. That's Dalvin's little brother. You said, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like every time you watch him, you're like, Dalvin's back, and then you're like, oh, that's his little brother, and he's kind of better.
I was gonna say not yet. Obviously, he got to play more.
Not time wise, but like explosiveness, talent. Yeah.
Yeah, talent wise, he might be better.
Yeah, they're fun to watch because of him.
They're still an okay team because of him. Remember, they lost Diggs. You don't become a better offense when you lose a receiver like that.
And Diggs isn't really he didn't go off with Houston yet either. I know we said we talk about that a lot this year. That's something to keep our eye on. He hasn't. I don't know if CJ Stroud is like, hey, because those are his guys,
I think he just has a lot of weapons, and I think Diggs is cool with that as well. He knows he's not gonna get the ball every time. That's a good team, so he's not gonna get the ball every single time.
I've seen a couple clips of him already going off on the sideline.
Getting mad.
Yeah, being Stephon Diggs. You're like,
yeah,
chill out.
I was just gonna say that's what kind of guy he is, but
you're like, bro, you're winning. Chill out. I was just talking to my nephew about that. I seen they're winning. He got a big play called on him last Friday. Like, I know, I didn't even ask. I just know, oh, that play was for you. Like, they called your number.
Right.
And he jumped off sides.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, and so then they're up 2 touchdowns. He goes back and is like, he's got his hands on his helmet. And I'm like, bro, your body language is shit. Like, bro, you're up 2 touchdowns. Yeah, you guys got a little 5-yard penalty. False start. Coach said, come here, sit down real quick. But, it's bro, it's all good.
Yeah, he gets a little too mad. But shout out to Diggs and shout out to other team in Texas, the second team in Texas.
Bro, they look good too, bro.
No, I'm hating. They look better than us right now. I'm just hating.
Y'all need to play on Thanksgiving. Fuck the Redskin game, the football team game.
Commanders.
The Commanders, whoever they are. You need to get that fucking. It needs to be Texans, Cowboys for Thanksgiving.
We need to hit up the commission to have them change that.
Dude, but speaking of the Commanders, they play after you guys, and they play the second Monday.
They're the last Monday night game.
And this one, I don't know how it's gonna go, bro. Two terrible teams.
Cincy can't lose this game against Commanders, bro. They're 0-2. They can't lose. If I do a parlay with not touchdown parlays, but with teams like a 4 or 5 team parlay, they're going on them. Cincy's going on it. So yeah, obviously I got them winning.
Because they're probably. I think I saw somewhere that they were dogs in this game.
That would be crazy. I have them winning, but how they don't have a win, that's why I have them winning. Then with the touchdowns for them, I have Jamar.
Jamar's got to do something.
He hasn't scored yet. He's got to do something. So I think he might score 2 touchdowns. I'm gonna remember I was saying about like a team parlay. I'm gonna do usually we just do 1 from each person. I'm gonna do a 2 touchdown for Jamar. A separate one, but the one we're talking about here is him scoring. I like it. Yeah, him scoring.
Even him scoring 2 and Robinson scoring 1 is crazy. You know, that probably is gonna pay out crazy.
Yeah, because there was the other. I was gonna pick the other running back. I'll probably do both of them. Eckler.
Eckler?
Yeah. So Eckler mixed with Jamar. You can do that one as well.
Yeah, that's also
Austin Eckler, running back.
That also could be something.
Yeah.
Bro, but that's like I'm happy to have 2 games.
Yeah, that'll be
Sunday.
Fun.
Like
who did you say you were on with on that one?
I think I took Cincy.
Cincy as well.
Yeah, I took Cincy. I did. Let me look. I did. I have Cincy.
Yeah, honestly, if they were not 0-2 and they were playing Washington, I would still take them. But again, that factor right there alone, it's like that's a no-brainer.
I've got them and Buffalo Monday night.
Got you. So
I think Joe Burrow is like he's got a chance to he's needed to play a mid shitty team, so now he can really show up and be like, all right, look, Chase McDaniel's cool, or what? What McDaniel's? Jade McDaniels.
Their quarterback.
Yeah.
He's all right, but yeah.
Joe Burrow's Joe Burrow. Like, you're not Joe Burrow, bro. Come on. Like, Joe Burrow needs to come out and realize that. So.
Yeah, for sure. They're gonna. I mean, you might want, like we were talking about earlier with Baltimore. They're 0-2 as well. So someone needs to take control of that division, get that first seed, start getting some dubs.
I thought they're in the league with the Steelers.
It's Cincy, Baltimore, the Steelers, and the Browns.
Yeah, that division might be done right now, barring injury.
The Steelers look like they're gonna win it right now.
That's what I'm saying. That might be done. Barring injury, the Steelers got it. And if something happens to Justin Fields, maybe fucking Russell Wilson wakes up midseason and is like, hey, let's go.
That's the crazy thing is I don't think Justin Fields is coming off of the field unless he gets hurt. And then I think they still have a good quarterback to go to with Russ.
Exactly. And they have a history of their quarterbacks getting hurt. You know, so it's like, I hate to say this for you guys. But
honestly, even doesn't matter. Honestly, if you really think about it, I guess it don't matter who the quarterback is because Tomlin's still going to get you to the playoffs or get you a certain amount of wins.
Yeah, that's going to happen. That's a fact. Mike Tomlin is going to do, he's going to look at the mediocrity in the league and be like, nah, we're fucking it up. Hey, thanks everybody jumped in the pod. We're over here. We're smoking.
These dudes win games 9-6, 13-8, 15-7.
They find ways. They find ways. It doesn't have to do with points or quarterback play right now. It's like, hey, look. We are going to stop you. You can't score on us, and everybody's getting smacked in the mouth. You see that one from? There's a meme from Loiter Squad where it's like, "It smells like bitch in here."
I haven't seen it. That's funny.
Bro, that was some comedy, bro. Who do we talk about our anytime scores in that one? Oh yeah, we had Chase and Robinson.
Yeah, Chase and Robinson, yeah. And like I said, you can also go Eckler with that if you want to switch that one out.
Is Mixon? No, Mixon's on the Texans now, right?
I believe so. Yeah, he's not on their team anymore.
Yeah, because he was a lock last year. Oh, you know what? I had one more. I had written down. Hold on, let me see. We did those. I talked about Pittsburgh. I think is going to be a good game. I get off their nuts though, because also we didn't talk about. I don't think Minnesota beats Houston. Like I think also lock. Like Houston's not dropping a game to Minnesota.
I
You
don't
know?
think, I don't think
They might have figured out what it was this past couple weeks, but I think teams like Tampa Bay, Minnesota, the Chargers. I don't think they're for real. You know what I'm saying? I think that's something crazy. I would take like all of them to lose maybe money line.
I was just looking over all our picture now again, and how we were saying how we usually do some mixed ones as well. I think a crazy one that would pay out if you mix Sky Moore, and Duvernay.
Sky Moore and Duvernay would be crazy.
The only thing that sucks with that one is it's Sunday night, so you would have to wait till the following evening for the other one to hit.
True. I think the Ramondre Stevenson and Sky Moore would go crazy too.
Yeah. Again, the only thing with that is that's a Thursday, so you would have to wait from Thursday.
We're terrible at waiting. We hate
we're not patient people.
We be pissed. We be pissed on all.
I want my money that night.
Yeah, no, it's same game. We pick same game because we're picking same day.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. Damn. All right. What else we got this week? Nothing crazy. We talked about the fucking Lakers tickets. We talked about Firebirds.
Firebirds coming up, yeah.
We're 6-5. Again, everybody that jumped in, slide in the DM if you guys want to jump on the show or say some shit next week or say we're wrong. Tell us we don't know shit. You want to get in? I love screen right here for you. You can come talk shit, maybe a phone line, whatever. We're open to it. Get at us. All right, bro. That's it for the DSPN. That's it for Sweat the Bet. You already seen what it is. That's me. It's Marcus. We out here.
Thank you, everybody, for watching.
We're back next Wednesday at 10. Pull up.
Deuces.